6 o'clock on Thursday, the 25th of March. I call the Finance Committee meeting to order. First item on the agenda this evening, we're taking them out of order, is going to be the Board of Health. So, Butch, you got it.
Say the 25th?
Yeah. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Bottom left. Bottom left.
This really mean, right? Karen, you could unmute him, I think, can't you?
Let's see. See, the thing is it's kind of not necessarily that easy. Nope, not that I can see.
Okay.
I know some people can. So
Yeah, well, I should be.
That's only if you mute him yourself.
Well, I think if you're administrator,
You're supposed to be able to, but the problem comes in where all of the stuff isn't.
Karen, is there a button that says request to unmute if you hit the three little dots on his box?
I did. I sent that to him. Yep, I did that, but I was looking for a way to be able to just do it for him, and it doesn't seem like there's a way to do it.
Oh, at the bottom left screen.
Butch, it's at the bottom left screen.
Oops. There's a big delay on it anyway. Tommy's just taking his head off now.
Hey, Butch, if you guys go to the bottom of the screen, the toolbar will come up and it'll open up. Or press the space bar in the middle of the screen, you'll be able to talk.
We're gonna go Board of Health first. Yeah. We're gonna try. We want to go Board of Health.
Yeah, there you go, Butch. You're all set now. I can't hear you though.
Wicked bad internet connection, I guess.
Oh, now he's in trouble. He's got the librarian helping him.
Ted, don't start trouble.
Karen, in our book, where's the Board of Health? In the beginning or the back?
In the back. It's right before the Council on Aging.
510.
You doing the Board of Health first there?
We would have been done with the Board of Health.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Just, if you hear the door open, make sure you tell them that they're not allowed in, as they're heading down this walkway. Please.
Can we lock that door
You can.
from the inside? I mean, just without.
I'm sure we can.
You know what?
Okay, then that's fine. Don't worry about it, Pete.
No, I can lock it.
Okay.
All right, that Peter Green, who's that?
Yep.
You want to just tell them we're gonna go, who's the other one? Are they here? No?
Ron, is the Veteran Services person showing up this evening?
No.
Okay. So why don't we go through theirs while they're trying to figure out Butch's computer?
Okay. So you guys ready?
Yep.
All right.
I'm ready, kid.
So, the veteran service salary is level funded, with the exception of the 2% increase for all non-union employees. Veteran services supplies actually went up. This had to do with the flags for Memorial Day, which is $350. Office supplies for $100, and software subscriptions for $50.
What software subscription do we have? Because you said that the one that they want, we're not gonna get.
I don't actually think they have it right now. I think it's something she thinks we should get. I think she's using the software because, you know, she's a kind of a regional person. She's using the
Yeah.
software in another town. And she thinks that if she leaves or anything like that, we should have the software for Rutland itself.
Yeah, but that's the $500 one. What for the $50, what's the software?
Truthfully, I'm just not sure, to be honest with you. I can
Okay.
check with her and I'll text it to you or email it to you.
Okay. Okay,
And then as you said, the $500 and other charges is that right now it doesn't have a mobile phone. She thinks she needs it because she travels and on call and needs to handle problems with veterans. But she also may have some outdoor traveling and the veterans agents have required mandatory training. So
Yep.
that's money for some part of that, although I think that's gonna share with the other multiple towns. We also have the veterans benefits. You'll see that that went down significantly because right now we don't have a lot of benefits a lot of veterans getting benefits. We did have a call a few days ago, and frankly, we're a little frustrated because Selectman Stillings has been asking me to contact her. I've sent her multiple emails, made multiple phone calls, and she hasn't responded to me. And there's a veteran out there trying to reach her. So I'm a little concerned we may have to relook at this position if she doesn't start improving the services and responding to telephone calls and to emails.
what other towns does she work for? I know it's us. Is it Spencer?
There's like 3 other towns. I thought they were small towns. I don't think they're as big as Spencer, but I don't remember the towns.
Her email address is
Call her up at her-
Westminster.
But whatever town it is, when you call her up on her machine, it's a small town, but I don't remember what they are. But
So what was it, Tamika?
she works in those other
Her
offices.
Hold on one second.
Her email address is a westminstermass.gov. So I
Okay.
think that's her.
So Ron, okay, so if you could find out what towns that she works for as well,
Sure.
because I just wanna, we need to be able to vet that through when we're looking at everything.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that, Karen.
Okay,
I think though,
thank you.
if what I expect is true, we may, if I don't get better response soon, we're gonna have to look for somebody else.
Okay, any questions?
What's the big drop?
That just less people,
Veterans.
less veterans claiming.
Less veterans looking for benefits.
Any questions?
No. Nope.
Okay, so Butch.
He disappeared.
Karen, I don't know if you saw in the chat, they sent a message and said that he's having microphone issues. I think Peter
Okay.
is trying to help him.
Okay, so could somebody get in touch, Ron, could you call Butch and tell him to just call in?
I don't have Butch's phone number, so you would have to give it to me. I don't
Ron,
like-
call Peter. Do you have Peter's number? Because he's there with him.
Peter Crane?
Don't worry about it, we got somebody who's on it. We got somebody who's on it.
That's fine.
I built this house.
Here we go. I see Butch.
Ah,
Can you hear me now?
Hey!
I had
Thank,
the guru come up.
yeah, we can hear you now.
All right. Sorry
We
about
can
that.
hear you.
Could have done it without.
That's all right.
All right. So for us, are you guys ready for me?
Yep.
Okay.
You're right.
So we have had
Yes,
approved
sir.
for a budget in 2021 through the town meeting was 31,651.38. Okay, and the way we broke that down is
Mhm.
salaries was 750, and our request for is also 750, so that was level funded. Our clerical is where we had a 2% increase from 18,066.96 to 18,428.30, and that was, of course, a cost of living increase. Animal inspector, we stayed level. The health purchase services, we were level funded. Were health supplies, and I can get into it more if you want me to tell you what everything goes to. was 500, which was also.
No, yep,
Hello?
go ahead. Yep,
And
we're
then-
listening, go ahead.
Okay, then our other charges were $103. Those are basically if we have any kinds of donations to earth things like that. And then our rabies control was still level funded. So our increase that we had was just the 2% for clerical.
Nice job, Butch.
Okay. You're not spending much on, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. I'm just asking. You didn't spend an awful lot so far with rabies. Are we expecting to be spending that full amount on rabies? I realize it's a small amount. I'm just asking.
We are planning on it, yes.
Okay, great. Any questions?
So,
Hold on. I got to mute before I turn on.
Top left, just hit the,
I know.
I mean, then you.
so I guess the only question I have is the increase from 2021 to 2022 is 11%, right?
I didn't calculate the percentage.
2,000.
2,000.
Divided by, and I thought we were doing, that was just a code. Now maybe we're looking at 2022, not 2021, right?
You only get 2% of the salary, you do 2% of the work.
Well, I'm looking, the $2,000 increase on the $18,000 spend.
No, it's, yeah, it's 2,000.
If you look in the line item, Butch, I think what we did, this is another one of those lines where we're using money out of the administrative kind of revolving fund. And the reason the number's a little higher is because we're gonna take the money like we did in the other department and put it in the general fund budget and then take money from the fund to put in the general fund revenues. Because that's the way some of the administrative assistant salaries are being taken out of that fund. If you look at your note in the, as part of your narrative, you'll see that.
So what makes up the difference?
The difference is the 2% from the 18.
That's $1,842.83 according to the narrative.
1,800?
1,842.83.
Not from what I'm seeing.
That's what the narrative says.
Oh, you're right. Hold on a second. I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
18,000.
Are you looking at from 2020 to 221?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Turn it off, I'll ask you.
2020,
I'm trying, I can't.
if I understand this correctly, trying to remember my conversation with Lynn, the $1,842.83 was coming out of their revolving fund and paying part of her salary. So now, again, it's not the revolving fund, the revenue is going to go to general revenues and the expenses are going to be in her budget so that it shows her whole salary in the budget, but it's a wash because again, the money's put into the revenue side.
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna check on that revenue number, make sure that Dan put that number in.
Okay. So how much comes from revolving fund?
Looks like 1,842.83.
Yes, that's 10% comes out of there.
That's in your notes.
Yeah, 10%.
Okay, so it's gonna be now part of the actual budget instead of revolving.
It's coming from the revolving, it's coming from the revolving fund, but it's gonna hit up and above.
Right.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure that Dan put that in the revenue side of the budget when we get there. Because truthfully, I don't remember that revenue number making it. We did it with the other things, but I wanna make sure that that revenue.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to do. I understand what you're trying to do. I get it, but now you're gonna open yourself up to having to explain the revenue on the floor. Because in the past, we purposely did this the way we did it because it's coming from a revolving fund, so it's not general fund. You're trying now to put it in, and when we're looking at a very contentious budget, it could be difficult.
Well,
But
and, you know, that's
you
something.
can explain revenues.
Yeah, we'll have that debate when we meet to talk about it, but me and you have already had this, but Dan Hayes and I have discussed this at great length, and he believes that this is the right way to do it, and so do I. But we're gonna have to have that discussion, because we've already done it with the planner, and me and you decided to put off that discussion till later for the recreation department as well. So I think we do all of this at one time when we have that discussion.
Well, that's a whole different story. I'm just saying, I just think about it, because I think all of us here are confused and we're very much involved. So I think it's going to be something that now you're going to have to explain the revenue side of things on the floor, but that's up to you.
And the only other thing.
Thank you, and I get that. I just think the main issue for me and Dan here is the issue of transparency, that the public gets to see what the salaries are for each person in the department. But again, I think when we have that discussion as a whole, I'm not against necessarily taking it out. We just think that this is the most transparent way to do it. But let's have that as a package discussion when we're ready to.
Yep. All I'm saying is that at this point, anyway, it's neither here nor there. Whatever. Okay. Thank you very much, Butch. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah. What you need.
That's what Cassie.
Chief?
The Sundance Kids is a person.
There we go. There he is.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Just one comment. We're not going to be discussing the 5% cuts tonight, just your regular budget, okay?
Oh, you got it. Darren, am I able to share my screen?
Yes.
Sure.
He has to give
Yeah, it looks like I can.
Okay. I know just enough of this.
Well, he should be.
Hey, there we go. Perfect.
All right. All right, just so everybody can see that, that's a little diagram. I like to do this every year. It's per capita police spending in the Wachusett region. You can see that FY21 is the first year in several years that we are actually level with another town in the district as far as police spending. You can see that both Rutland and Holden are spending $130 per person on police services. Look up next at Sterling, Paxton, and Princeton. You can see they're all well above 200. And I just like to bring that up first before I go into the budget, just to show that I think we're providing really great services on at a discounted price, for lack of a better term. All right, so next thing, I'm just going to bring up my line items. All right, can everybody see that?
Yep.
We can now.
All right, let's start right at the beginning. 5110, police chief salary, you'll see that goes up to $115,000 for next year. It's a contractual increase. Next is police chief holiday wages, also contractual. The next, 5112, police clerical salaries. That just goes up with the 2% cost of living adjustment. There's only one employee that'll be affected. The next one is a big increase, but it's all contractual. Full-time wages, 5120 will be going up from 884 to 925. 5125 overtime wages, we're keeping that level funded. Constable salary also level funded. Purchase services level funded. Supplies is up a little bit, and that's also contractual. That has to do with the increase in uniform allowances by contract. We actually didn't get that in there last year, so this is kind of making up for 2 years of that not being increased. 5,700 police other charges also level, and police cruiser lease. You'll see that it says increase, but I forgot to update that. That actually went down a little bit. We made some adjustments, so it's going to be down by $1 from last year. Overall, we're looking at a 4.2% increase for FY22.
Nice job, chief.
What, they contractually, Karen, through the chair.
Yep, go ahead, Darren.
Chief, great job, by the way. Contractually, the officers got 9%. Is that what if I divide short math?
No. So people, yes, there is a raise in there. I don't know the exact percentage of the raise, but you gotta consider that there is a raise plus several officers going up to step 5. Plus the third year, they're in the third year of their contract, and the third year has built in a educational incentive that was not there in the past. So I can see
Okay.
officers that qualify for the educational incentive, so that's in there. Plus there's a physical fitness incentive. So that's that accounts for the increase there.
Perfect, because when you just divided it out, it was 9%, but thank you for the explanation.
No problem.
It's fine.
Oh, man. You noticed the top.
So Chief, the cruiser lease, that includes the new cruiser lease that was approved, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whatever it was?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and Ron, we'll just table this for that discussion. Once we have more information on the American Relief Act or whatever it is, funds.
Yeah, because we need to know exactly what we can and cannot do with that money, but we have some ideas, Chief, that might involve your department, but we'll wait till we find out before we.
Right.
Understood.
Does anyone have any questions? Hold on, I gotta turn.
Aaron, I've got a quick question. Chief, is there a component of the 4.2% increase that is not contractual?
Yep, just the 2% cost of living on the clerical salaries, and that is it.
Okay, I thought I heard you say that there was some 2% increase in the police full-time salaries. Maybe I misheard that.
No, everything in there is by contract.
If the salaries are all for people who are on board, or are there any vacancies?
Chief, Peter O'Malley wants to know if the salaries that are listed here are for people that are currently on the payroll, or are there any vacancies that you have payroll numbers in here for?
I am fully staffed. The numbers reflect my current roster.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, it's not on the agenda, but would you like me to do animal control while I'm here?
You can't.
Oh, sure, thank you.
No, you can't do it. It's not on the agenda.
We can easily add it because I will make a motion and we will have the people vote on it. It's not an issue. I make a motion that we add animal control to the agenda for this evening since the police chief is here.
Second.
Pete O'Malley seconds it. We'll take a roll call. What? We did it the other night. They did it the other night at the select board meeting.
Yes, let me just comment just so you understand, okay? And if you decided to do it, you can do it. So if the item is unknown within 48 hours in a meeting, you can add it to the agenda. The animal control office budget is not an unknown. It's something that we knew about in advance. It just didn't get added to the agenda. It is
Well,
substantial.
it's not added to. It's not added to any of our agendas.
I say you're supposed to put it on an agenda if you know about it. If you guys want to do it, I don't care, but I'm not absolutely comfortable with it under open meeting law that it would be appropriate, but that's your call.
Okay, Chief, we won't worry about it. If we have any questions after we have our revenue discussion on the first, we'll send you back an email and let you know.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chairwoman, just one comment, not just information in nature, not as it relates on the agenda. I really would appreciate it if the members, if they sent you out a link for the AIC meeting. I think it would be a good idea for you guys to watch that and understand that. I must say that I'm extremely disappointed by the decision that was made in some of the comments.
You're muted, Ron.
talking to myself. I apologize. So I said to you guys, and I was saying, I sent you guys a link for the AIC meeting, which is the Insurance Adjustment Group.
Yep.
And I really think you should take a few minutes to watch some of that meeting. I'm going to tell you very clearly, I was disappointed not only at the recommendation, but at least the attitude of one employee who I think was over the top, incorrect in the information. And I think that employee had a lot of bill on other members and frankly did not state the information. But it's something the Board of Selectmen is going to have to look at, but I think it might be a meeting you guys would at least find interesting. And you can talk to me one-on-one about it or a later time, but.
Yeah, I did watch it. That's why I asked the question about the 1 month forgiveness.
Yeah, but it was really disappointing, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. It was for me, but. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Pete O'Malley makes the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Dave seconds. We'll do a roll call vote. Tommy?
Oh, do I have to do this?
Tommy says yes.
Yes.
Dave?
Lucy, I.
Pete?
O'Malley, aye.
Pete says aye. Ted?
Purcell, aye.
Darren?
Ross, aye.
And I'm an aye, so it's unanimous. We're adjourned at 6:27. Thank you.
Hey.
Good night, everybody.